I like to smile. Smiling's my favorite. Check out my new man, Buddy the Elf. Bye, Buddy. Hope you find your dad. Okay, the show can start now. New Day Northwest starts right now.
It's a new day.
Now, from the Virginia Mason Franciscan Health Studio at King 5 in downtown Seattle, this is New Day Northwest.
Son of a nutcracker, and welcome to New Day Northwest. I'm Kelly Hansen, and Elf is one of my favorite Christmas movies. It's magical with our buddy Will Ferrell and filled with some of the best lines, like the best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. I promise, no singing today, at least from me, but lots of fun will be had with my Hot Topics panel. Buddy the Elf himself, at least that's when he steps on the stage at Fifth Avenue Theater this season. Actor Eric Ancrum and Tori Gresham, who plays the cynical but sweet Jovi, and rounding out the table, of course, is producer Susie, playing none other than herself. Let's go! Okay, before we get to what's in front of us here, Elf is on stage at the Fifth Ave right now through December 28th.
Correct.
Please tell us about the show.
Pure energy, pure joy, family, hope, optimism, curiosity, tap dancing, jokes galore. Is the perfect show for ages 4 to 104.
So a downer.
It's totally a downer.
Totally a downer.
Not a good feeling at all when you leave the theater. No, it is. It's been wonderful. The audiences have just been electric. And you know, it's a special time to get together and laugh with 1,000 other people. Where do you get to do that other than at live theater? It is a singular experience, and I think a really valuable one for families of all sizes and all ages.
Do you all have a favorite line from the movie?
I mean, I love You Sit on a Throne of Lies,
Yes.
personally. And I will say the musical does a really great job of getting in all of those lines that everyone knows and loves, so you will not be disappointed. They even get some applause and cheers and some lovely audience nights.
I get to say smiling's my favorite,
Yes, that's
which
a great
is
one.
absolutely true. I love smiling.
That's true
so-
for
so
Eric
does
and
Buddy.
for
Yes.
Yeah.
And were you guys all big Elf fans before? Susie, were you a huge Elf fan?
I love Elf Throne of Lives. Also the one where he says, Santa's here.
Yep.
I know him.
Yes, that is in. That is in the show
I like
as
to
well.
use that meme a lot when I'm sending things to people. That's a favorite.
Yeah, definitely saw the movie in 2003 when it came out in theaters with my sisters. I remember sitting in the front row. I also saw it at the Fifth Avenue Theater over 10 years ago when it was directed by Eric.
No way.
Represent.
Represent.
Yes, we go back. We go
And I
back
told
with
myself
this.
right then I wanted to play Jovi one day, and now it's like full circle. And to play it
amazing.
across from Eric, who directed it, it's like all very, full circle moments. Very cool.
Wow.
Oh, I
And
cannot
I'm a
wait to
huge
see
Will
it.
Ferrell fan.
How can you not be?
I adore Will Ferrell, and I think his combination of being incredibly hilarious but also so sincere with what he does. Like, I believe that Buddy the Elf performance, and it is so serious and hilarious at the same time, and that's something that I'm trying to bring all the time to the performance as well.
Well, I can already tell that you're bringing that for
Absolutely.
sure. Another iconic movie, The Grinch, and McDonald's is on board with their adult Happy Meal that we have in front of us. First, we're going to do a big unveiling.
Yeah.
Susie,
Oh my
gosh,
tell
we're doing
me
this
about
first?
Yeah.
stock.
So this is the adult meal. I hear it's selling out, so they think maybe it'll last through this
No,
week.
I've had it
Okay.
twice already.
I'm feeling green. I'm feeling Grinch
Everybody
green. I'm
gets a
calling
pair of
it.
socks.
I'm feeling
Grinch green.
yellow.
Oh, I got red.
I got red.
3 reds?
3 reds and 1
Three
yellow.
reds and a
Try to
yellow.
say what you were
I
looking
said it the minute
for.
I sat down, I knew it was going to be yellow.
So I guess there's 4 of them you can collect.
Yes, there's red, green, yellow, and blue. And I have green and blue, so now I'm only one away.
Do they all say property of the Grinch?
On the bottom,
Yes.
this one says nose hazard.
Nose hazard.
okay then.
Mine says property
I
of the
think
Grinch.
this is pretty genius because it comes with this Grinch salt, which
Which is
I've already
pickle
put on
salt?
the fries.
Okay, so we should try it.
Yep.
And then you have a hack too, right?
If you really like the dill pickle seasoning and you like the nuggets, if they come in a bag, you can shake the fries in.
Right.
If you put the nuggets in the bag and shake those in the seasoning as well.
And
Go
you
for it.
say
Oh,
the
just
sauce
dive right
too
in.
that you pair it with. You have another
The
pro
hot
tip.
mustard sauce from McDonald's, because mustard and pickle go so well together. I highly, highly suggest.
I'm breaking out the sweet and sour though. So
for
we're
it.
going with the nugget in
the
the
pickle
pickle
salt.
salt.
That might be pretty concentrated.
Dive
And then-
in.
This is very
Is that a lot?
This is the Buddy the Elf thing for you to do right
I've never
now.
tried it before.
Is
And then I'm
The
taking it
Grinch
to
a
the sweet
movie you
and
all
sour.
watched growing up, or what's a must-watch movies around the holidays, Susie?
I love the Grinch growing. I still love it. but also Four Christmases is a favorite for me.
I love that too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm very like Love Actually, The Holiday.
The Holiday,
I love
just
the
watched with the
romantic
girlies.
comedies. Christmas with the Cranks, also a
Christmas
very underrated
Vacation,
good
though,
one.
is hands down
Absolutely.
my favorite movie
Which
with
one?
Chevy Chase. Christmas
Okay.
Vacation.
Christmas. See, that was my hot take. That's my least favorite Christmas movie.
Wow.
Oh, what?
It's getting heated.
Same.
It is getting heated.
I know.
I watch that
It gives
every
me
year
too
as
much
a tradition
anxiety.
with the fam. You guys
So
don't like
when it comes to Grinch, I'm pro cartoon. I think Jim Carrey has done better work. I'm a Jim Carrey dramatic actor fan.
Okay.
So like when I dip into the Jim Carrey, I'm looking for Man in the Moon, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I love the face making, but for me, I would prefer the cartoon.
Okay.
I don't need
Don't
humans to
listen
be.
to him.
Okay.
Don't listen to
No,
him.
but this is the guy I love. I love the
You like the
animated.
cartoon.
Yeah,
You don't
this is
deserve these
This is
songs.
mine. I love this. I love the Grinch cartoon, and I love the Grinch song.
Wow.
The Grinch song is like one of the greatest
It's pretty
songs of all
great.
time.
Yeah.
I'm still shook that you guys don't like Christmas
so
Vacation.
sorry.
It's my
Wow.
favorite movie.
And I love Chevy Chase. It just seems overdone to me.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
Overcooked
agree.
in
Okay,
the
but there's
station
also a
wagon.
musical now that is made of that movie.
There is.
And that's
Okay.
my hot take is that I'm not the biggest fan of A Christmas Story, the movie.
I'm not either.
Me neither.
Yeah, it like gets
Me
a little dark.
neither.
Yeah, we're a teammate! We got what we like.
Is
But
it a hot
that-
take if we all agree on it?
Yes, because it's like now we're on fire.
Yeah, yes.
But that musical is actually awesome.
Okay.
A
It
Christmas
is.
Story, the musical, is written by Pasek and Paul, who wrote the music to The Greatest Showman and La La Land,
Yeah.
Dear Evan Hansen. So Broadway sometimes
You've
does.
earned your
I
sock
lost- Okay, I
back.
get my socks. Broadway
getting very
sometimes does it better than Hollywood, and Broadway I think improved both of those movies.
Yeah.
All right, I want to
right.
talk about holiday gifting too, since we're still with the holiday themes. Who's the hardest person to buy for in your family?
My dad is a tough one.
Does he just not want
I can only
anything?
buy him so many bottles of scotch. After that, I'm like, I don't know what to buy you anymore. You know what I mean?
Can't get through them fast enough.
I'll tell you, shout out to my 7th grade daughter, Finley.
Okay.
She loves reading, but like, I don't know what books to buy a 7th grade girl. And like, she's not looking for toys, you know? It's just like past that
okay.
age, but it's like, what is that young 13,
Yeah.
14-year-old girl? What are they looking for? I'm not buying makeup. It's like,
Ask her to put together a PowerPoint.
a PowerPoint. She can do that. She 100% can
And in
do
the
that.
meantime, you have
Literally-
socks. To
Yeah.
her.
And I got socks coming for you, Finley.
Okay, one gift I feel like I want to get to, Susie, is the brick.
brick.
The brick is a device shipped to your house that locks you out of your phone and
This is what it
forces
looks
you
like.
to physically return to unbrick to get back in. Yeah. Would it help you? Are we out of control? Do we need this? Susie, tell me more.
My daughter just ordered 2 for herself, one for
Okay.
upstairs, one for downstairs, and yeah, it does lock you out, and you have to physically go tap it. And yes, it is kind of sad because we let this social media thing
know.
addict us, and then now we're buying things
Yes.
to help us.
I know that we have to lock it away from
Yeah.
ourselves.
I know.
I know.
I probably need this.
I do
like
too,
scrolling
honestly.
all the time, and
It's easy.
all of a sudden 2 hours have gone by, and I'm still on TikTok, and it's 2 a.m. and I need
So
to
you
be
would
going to
pick
bed.
what you don't want, like you're trying to lock yourself out of, and then it would just turn it off, and then you actually have to go wherever you've put it, in the house or at work or wherever.
and find it to
And
get
find
back
it,
in.
yeah.
I
Oh
will
my
just
gosh.
say, the greatest anti-phone antidote in the world is theater. And you
back.
do
Way to bring
not
it back.
We're back full
you
circle.
do not get phones out at a theater rehearsal.
Yeah.
You are looking at each other,
a good
singing
point.
songs, dancing, and I think the same goes for youth theater education.
Yeah.
Like whether or not you become a professional performer, the process of getting in a room and singing and dancing and acting, I think is the greatest thing that humans can do right now. I truly believe that.
Have you guys been doing this for years, decades?
Years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
decades, yeah.
Yeah, this theater lifer.
Oh my
For
gosh.
sure.
Okay, well, I guess we just need to go and see the
Yeah.
elf
Right.
at the Fifth
buy
Ave,
the
and
brand.
then we
We're
don't
doing
see
it
all
right
the
now.
room.
We're doing it right now. You guys are, this is it. This
No
is the joy
phone,
right here.
no phone.
Conversation.
It is fun.
Oh, thank you so much, you guys. And we're going to hold the pickle fries because it was an absolute blast. And don't worry, these 3 are sticking around mostly because I promised cookies. And in the break, go get your tickets for Elf the Musical. You'll absolutely love it. And when we come back, we're taking the stress out of holiday giving. In fact, you may want some of Darcy's gift ideas for yourself. Save those cozy slippers for me. She's got the goods to finish your list. And later in the show, America's Test Kitchen is here with a delicious soup recipe perfect for winter, so make sure to stay with us. I don't want to stress you out, but there's only 5 shopping days until the first day of Hanukkah and 17 days left till Christmas Eve. Okay, that countdown probably isn't super helpful, but this is. Stylist Darcy Camden is here with her really cool picks for those hard-to-please people on your list. Hello again.
Hello.
Okay, who is the hardest person to shop
Who's
for on your
yours?
list? Okay, I think this is gonna put me on blast. I think if you're dating someone new at all, and so
yeah.
you know, experiences are usually what I give people, but if you are not really there yet and you don't like, what is something that's cool and thoughtful?
I know. Well, I
don't
kind
know.
of think everybody's harder to shop for now because
Nowadays.
of social media and just we have so much access. If you think of something that you want, you usually like get it pretty quickly.
Good point
And
for
so
yourself.
It's really hard to surprise and delight the people you care about with thoughtful, beautiful, useful things that they don't already know about and already have.
Absolutely, and
But
you're
I am
gonna
a
bring it
professional
today.
shopper, so I think I'm okay at this. So.
I'm a professional shopper too, I like to think. So I'm loving what I'm seeing. We're
Keeping
gonna
your amateur
start-
status for the shopping
Yes,
Olympics?
Yes, it's happening. Cozy first, right?
Yes, okay. And honest, my family, turn this off now. Like, Mom, stop watching because that's gonna, spoiler alert, for my actual Christmas.
We need surprises.
Okay, coziness. Lola blankets. You
Lola.
cannot find a softer, more beautiful, stylish blanket that looks great on your bed, looks great on your couch. This is the softest fabric in the world.
Oh, it is.
And I love it so much. It's like sending someone or giving someone a hug.
That's sweet.
And they can use it all year round. And we're price points starting at $100 up to a couple $100. But I'm doing this a lot for friends who live out of state, and you know, kids are getting older. We're not sending like individual toys and gifts to everyone. It's better like one big family gift, and everyone can kind of snuggle under the same blanket and watch a movie, and it's something that you can use
precious.
all the time.
The color is really luxurious.
This is
too.
their
That looks
holiday
nice.
collection, but they have neutrals, and trust me, it's
Something
a slam
for
dunk.
everyone. Okay, keeping with the cozy theme.
Yep.
Are these called warmies?
They're called warmies. They are weighted, scented, stuffed animals. You put them in the microwave and they are a little bit warm and it just sits on your lap. Any child who has like sensory issues or maybe like trouble sleeping. My kids love these. They are 5 and 11. Even the 11-year-old is warming up his little hedgehog and snuggling it.
Absolutely.
It's
I want to
very
warm up my
calming.
hedgehog.
I had cramps the other day. I was like, give me your warmie, and I put it on my tummy. They're $30 each, and if you buy 2, you get 1 free. So really good deal there.
Oh, that is so cute. Okay, and we're moving to, what is this, a bath
This is
soap?
These are, it's a soak. So this
Okay.
is a company called Fluid, and they are these cortisol reducing bath
need
salts.
this.
They're a little expensive, which is what makes them a good gift. So for $100, you could get maybe 12 or 14 of them. Keep some for yourself and give. They're great for coworkers. They're great for host gifts. You know, I think my friends and I call it Mommy Christmas. It's like a couple of days after real Christmas when everything's cleaned up and everything's calmed down and you get to just like take a bath and a nap.
Oh.
That's all anybody wants. But these are really, really
I haven't heard of
great.
that brand. That's awesome.
But keep
And the
some for
QR code
yourself.
too is up there too, so you can shop with us, which is amazing right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're moving to something that might be a little bit of a splurge, but you're going to tell me
But it's
why
good.
they're awesome.
Okay, so this is for the person in your life who has very luxe taste and just needs a breather, like they just need to put their feet up for the holidays and get some rest. So these are down booties from Heston's, which is a bed company, like the best beds in the world.
Yeah, the mattresses are incredible.
They cost as much as a car.
They do.
So this is a little bit like in the best possible way, being like, I can't get you a Ferrari, but I can get you a Ferrari hat.
It's like exactly like I can't get you Gucci like slides, but I could get you a Gucci keychain potentially.
But they honestly are so warm and soft and comfortable. I love the color. They're not
these
just
feel like you're on a cloud.
yeah. They're not just, you know, for holidays. You can use them, you know.
And the little
all year
plaid
round. Yeah.
inside too. They're darling, but
They're
it is
beautiful.
a splurge.
A little bit of splurge. They're about $150.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
not too bad.
Okay. Yeah.
Moving along to something personalized. This is something I think is amazing for gifts. Anything that you can get embroidered or personalized jewelry.
Totally. So Monica Vinader, one of my favorite jewelry brands, just hands down. And they have a store within the Bellevue Nordstrom store.
Oh.
They do piercing, they do engraving. The whole shopping there is a totally beautiful experience. And they do this really amazing thing, handwriting engraving on many of their most beautiful pieces. And so you can write, this is me doing it. That's my handwriting, writing love. And then on a locket and on the inside, I wrote the names of all 4 of my mom's grandkids.
Oh,
and we're going to put little pictures in there. It's gold and it is just such a special gift, also truly wearable, because sometimes you get these gifts and it's not something that anybody would actually wear every day.
It's a little gaudy, but
and
this
these
is
are
not
jewelry
at all.
that people would actually want. There's also, you can do, I love, this is a K for Kelly, like the little like wax stamp pendant.
Gorgeous.
And they have jewelry for men, women. I love for maybe a teenager or someone in their early 20s that are so hard to shop for. You can do these bracelets. They're under $150.
Great price
and it's like a
point.
little birthstone bracelet.
All of them are so dainty and cute, so you
Yes.
could definitely layer, which is really big right now.
Excellent quality too, and you can make an appointment. When I was in there yesterday, there was a mom making an appointment for her and her 2 adult daughters to shop
fun.
together. The day after Christmas, they can go together, pick out something for each other.
You
just
had the
really
best
special.
idea too, if someone has passed, to get, if you have a letter from them and can get that engraved,
you
that's
can
amazing.
upload a graphic of handwriting, and you can do that part
Such a good
online if you
idea.
can't go to the store.
Okay, men's, before we forget. Can't forget the men in our
This
life.
is my number 1 pick for men. This is from Buck Mason. They have a gorgeous store at U Village, and it is like a jacket blazer. Esquire magazine. This is one of their top picks for date night, work, anything. Wear it with jeans, wear it with
That
dress
looks great,
pants,
yeah.
dress it up. It's really like such a slam dunk. My clients love this. They have it in several colors. I would recommend, stylist recommendation, don't get black.
Okay.
Get another neutral, because then you can wear it with black and you can wear it with jeans.
Last but certainly not least, hostess gift.
Okay, so you bring a bottle of nice wine. Sometimes you splurge, or a bottle of champagne or a nice liquor, and it's in a beautiful bottle, and then you want to keep it. So I like to give it along with these little, this is like a wine topper.
Cute.
That is a little lamp, and then you can turn your little bottle into a little side table lamp, or maybe you put it on a bar. So cute.
Done and done.
Amazon, $25 for 2.
Oh my gosh. Darcy, thank you so much.
Thank
These
you
are all
so
such great
much.
ideas. Absolutely darling. And happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
And coming up, they prioritize natural Northwest results. We meet 2 of the surgeons at Amati Aesthetics to learn all about their new office and their practice. As we age and get treatments done, most strive for a natural result. That's the goal of One Plastic Surgery and Aesthetics Clinic in King County. Welcome Dr. AJ Amati and Dr. Sean Fisher from Amati Aesthetics. Hello, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Yes. So Dr. Amati, I want to start with you. Please tell us about the business and why you started it.
Well, Amati Aesthetics Plastic Surgery and Med Spa is essentially a full-service aesthetic, surgical and non-surgical practice, and so it delivers all types of treatments for patients, from as easy as Botox as advanced as major aesthetic surgery.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And you just opened a new office, I understand, in Mercer Island.
Correct.
What makes that location so special? And there it is. Wow.
Yeah, so our original office was in Queen Anne, which is a wonderful location and is still available, but it lacked a surgery center. So as I was searching around to figure out a great location, I felt like Mercer Island was kind of centrally located, easily accessible to both the east side and the Seattle patient population. And it also helped that I also lived in the island, so it makes commute a little easier.
There you go. All win-wins. And I want to get over to you, Dr. Fisher. So tell us about yourself and what you do with Amati Aesthetics.
So I've been in the Northwest for almost 10 years now. So I'm a plastic and reconstructive surgeon. I went on to kind of focus doing really head-to-toe aesthetics at a clinic in Dallas before moving back to the Northwest. And so when we were coming back here, I was looking to join somebody that was really established in the area and had a great reputation in both the kind of East Side and Seattle area. Have looked to kind of build on the practice that they have in terms of facial rejuvenation and offer some new additional offerings in terms of rhinoplasty, nasal surgery, both functional and aesthetic surgery, and then kind of head-to-toe cosmetic surgery like post-pregnancy rejuvenation and other body contouring operations.
Wow, I know. I want to talk more about, you listed too some of the other procedures, but walk us through that.
Yeah, so my focus is mainly on the eyes and face. That's where my specialized training is focused on. So we do a lot of, or I do a lot of eyelid surgery, a lot of face and neck lifts, a lot of brow lifts, facial fat transfer. So there's a full gamut of facial rejuvenation surgery, with the exception of rhinoplasty, which I leave that to the expert.
Fair enough. And Dr. Fisher, your practices have a focus on what you call natural Northwest results. What does that mean, and how does that differ from other places?
Yeah, I think nationally what we're really seeing is kind of this trend into more subtle, refined results, right? Less loud, in your face, kind of results that maybe we've seen in past in Hollywood. And I think that really mimics kind of the overall goals of people here in the Northwest. So we want to refine your look, we want to enhance your look, but we want it to be subtle at the same time. So we want those results to kind of whisper rather than shout at people.
Ooh, I like that line. Whisper rather than shout. Okay. And how do you both feel your different perspectives and training have really helped to get patients their desired results?
Yeah, that's a great question, Kelly. I think what sets us a bit apart is the fact that we do have different focuses in training. You know, my focus is started from the eyes and centered on the face, whereas his is a more traditional, full kind of approach, and with a special emphasis on rhinoplasty and breast and body surgery. So the fact that we have, you know, experts that can really guide you through that process in an individual fashion, I think really sets us apart from a lot of other practices.
And I think we really try to meet patients where they're at, right? A lot of these treatments, as Dr. Mahdi mentioned, they can range from things that we can just do in the office on the day of, or kind of more large-scale surgery. Some people are ready for those bigger operations, some people aren't quite there yet. So by offering kind of the full gamut of services, we can help you if it's kind of your first step into aesthetics in general, or if it's been something you've been thinking about for a lot of months or years and you're ready to kind of take the plunge and do a larger, full-scale kind of operation.
Amazing. Where can people find you all? How can they get more information?
Well, the easiest way to find us is just on our website, you know, amadiaesthetics.com. That's the easiest way. And the QR code's also out there for you guys to click on. And yeah, we're available both on Mercer Island and Queen Anne.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, scan the QR code if you want more information, and thank you to you both for being here today. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate
No
us.
problem.
Yes, and
Thank
up
you.
next, we're cooking a delicious soup, perfect for winter with America's Test Kitchen. That's going to be delicious, so make sure to stay with us.
New Day Northwest is sponsored by Amadi Aesthetics.
It's a new day.
Welcome back. We're in the kitchen now with a Seattle woman known for her iconic gluten-free recipes. But this morning, Aran Goyoaga joins us from America's Test Kitchen's newest resident. Welcome to the show, and we're already cooking here.
Thanks, Callie. We're gonna make a leek, fennel, and squash soup with sausage.
Ooh.
And we're gonna already cook. We have the sausage here pre-cooking. It's hot Italian sausage. And then we're gonna add vegetables to it. So we have enough time to get it going.
Definitely. Okay, so is there a particular one? Do you like a spicy one, like for a little more flavor?
Yes, because Italian sausage and hot Italian sausage is already spiced. So you have fennel, chili peppers, all of that in there. It's gonna really flavor the soup. So you don't really need to add much to it besides the vegetables.
That makes it so easy. Okay, so the first thing is to get the sausage nice and brown, and then when you do that, what's the next step?
We're gonna remove it. So this is already, sausage should be cooked almost all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to leave the brown bits in the bottom of the pan because that's actually like
Really
the
flavorful.
flavor.
Ooh, okay.
And then we're gonna add 1.5 pounds of leeks to this.
Oh.
1 fennel bulb, 4 cloves of garlic,
You're speaking my language. Everything
Okay.
that I want. So it's dump and go.
Leeks have been washed because leeks can have a lot of dirt on the top
No,
as they
I
come
didn't-
out of the earth. So
That makes sense.
You really need to clean them well. Then fennel goes into the pot. We have garlic.
Fresh garlic too.
Fresh
You don't
garlic.
like the jar stuff,
No,
right?
fresh. And
Aaron
then
says no.
salt. And I forgot to add a little bit of olive oil. Our sausage had some fat in it, so that rendered, but just a tiny, like a tablespoon of olive oil to get it all going. And then we're gonna cook this for what's called sweating the vegetables. So you're not really browning them. You're just gently sauteing them, and that little bit of salt that we added is gonna draw the moisture out of the vegetables, so they don't usually burn. So we're gonna cook this for about 7 minutes. And I like to scrape the
Bottom to get all the flavor in.
all the
I
flavor in.
agree. So I'm not looking for like a caramelized brown look with this. That would be
Exactly.
too much.
Yes, it's just cooking them down slightly. And then once that's ready, we're gonna add kabocha squash. And this is kind of the star of the recipe because I don't know if have you ever had kabocha squash?
If I haven't cooked with it, but I've probably tried it.
I feel like it's becoming more and more available and popular. It's a Japanese squash. As you see, it has kind of a green, bluish skin,
Tint.
which is edible, but I peeled it. This is what it looks like inside. And it's a little bit starchier than butternut squash. So it's sort of more sweet potato-y, and it's very sweet, and it's very starchy, so it will thicken the soup really well. You can also use butternut squash if you don't have kabocha, but I really like it. I even like it for pumpkin pie. I like it for everything,
wow.
actually. It's kind of my favorite squash.
And then you just dice it. So you cut it. It looks like that when
Yes.
you cut into it, and then you dice it.
You remove the seeds, you peel it. You don't have to peel it. I like to peel it. When you peel squash, it usually tends to break down a little bit more, so it kind of thickens the soup a little bit. And then once this is sweated, I call it, once this is cooked down, we're gonna add the squash. We're gonna add cannellini beans that are from a can.
Oh.
So it's really easy. We're gonna add stock. I forgot, we're gonna add a little bit of thyme to this right now.
Fresh thyme as well.
Fresh thyme, and I'm just gonna add it like that.
Oh, so you don't even have to peel it off.
No. And then when we're done with the soup, we'll just fish it out.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let this cook. I'm gonna
And then do you
make
use
sure-
chicken stock, beef stock? What do you prefer?
I like chicken stock, but you can use, vegetable stock too if you want it,
Yeah,
but it
good
has
point.
sausage. So if you want to make this soup vegetarian, you could, omit the sausage, but it does add
Oh, the
a lot of
flavor. It
flavor.
smells so good. Italian sausage is my fave. While that's sweating too, I want to talk about your role at America's Test Kitchen. This is so exciting.
Yes, so America's Test Kitchen, as you know, is such an institution. They have 14,000 recipes in their archives. So if you, especially now in the holiday season, if you're trying to make cookies or anything for your dinners, I highly recommend that you visit. All the recipes are amazing and tested a million times. I came on as a resident this year. It's a 2-year residency where me and 5 other cohorts were creating recipes, participating in the TV show, social media. It's just like a fun way to really infuse kind of new blood, and it's so fun for me because I'm learning so much. It's such a well-oiled machine that I love being part of this.
How does everyone
Kinda
come up
crazy.
with all those recipes? That's so many, and then you guys are testing it to make sure that when it hits our plates and our palate, we're going to absolutely love it.
Well, I create it in my home, then it gets tested probably 10 times in their kitchens. Then they send out the recipes to volunteer testers to test them and get any notes, feedback from actual home cooks. So it's really like a very intensive recipe test, and that's what they're known for.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You also brought some other delicious items that I want to talk about. What else did you bring along?
Okay, so all these recipes, by the way, I created and they're already available on their site.
You're incredible.
This is gluten-free. As you know, my recipes are gluten-free. A gluten-free apple pie crumb cake. So it's super simple yogurt and olive oil cake that has cooked apples, spiced apples in between layers and a crumb topping. It's really delicious. I'm going to have you taste it after.
I'm going to. I'm just going to dive in
go
now
ahead.
on them.
And then we have a a Napa cabbage salad with store-bought rotisserie chicken.
Oh my Lord.
Tossed in a vinaigrette that has honey, za'atar, sesame oil, and a bunch of herbs. So it's and apples. So it's very herby, a little bit sweet, and a little spicy because there's chili flakes in it.
I'm losing my mind. This is so fantastic. You never can even know that that's gluten-free. There's no way I would ever know. So
Thank
moist.
you. Yes.
Okay, we have about a minute, so.
Okay, so we're gonna
final product.
Imagine this is done.
Yes.
We're gonna add our squash.
Right.
And our beans.
And this would cook down more,
It cooks for about 20 minutes.
20 minutes
And
total.
the sausage, let's not forget that.
Yes.
And
the stock.
our stock. So
And
after
then with
20
the power
minutes,
of TV, 20 minutes, it's looking like that. Yum. And then what am I adding?
you're adding a bunch of chopped parsley to add,
Ooh.
just to make it fresh.
Why not?
And adds beautiful
Should I
color,
put all
too.
of it in?
Go ahead. Yeah, it's like half a cup of
Okay,
chopped
I'm like, why not?
parsley.
Okay, and then I'm gonna ladle myself
Yes,
a little
let me
in
turn these
here.
off so you don't burn yourself.
Yum. Oh, I can't wait. So you see everything. So about 20 minutes. What consistency are you looking for too in the soup?
It's gonna be
gonna try
creamy.
this.
I mean, you don't want it to be dry, stewy. It's a soup, but you want it to be creamy, and the squash is kind of a little bit broken down.
Oh my gosh, everything's so good. I'm so happy. Wow, I see why you guys have tested this, and it's 10/10, all of it. Thank you so much for being here again,
Thanks for
Aran.
having me. I'm
so
glad you
much
like it.
fun. And if you're in the market to upgrade your home, it can be overwhelming to figure out even where to start. So up next, we're going to learn more about Ferguson Home and all the finishes and appliances they offer. If your home is in need of some upgraded appliances, there's a beautiful showroom in Seattle that is the perfect place to start. Ferguson Home has everything from lighting to bathtub faucets to refrigerators, and the showroom's manager, Bud Wright, joins me now to tell us more. Hello.
Good morning.
So I understand that Ferguson Bath Kitchen and Lighting Gallery and Build.com have merged into a single brand, Ferguson Home. Tell us what this means for customers.
Well, it was a long time in the making, but
Yes.
Build with Ferguson.com has been our online presence since 2008, and Ferguson Bath Kitchen and Lighting Gallery has been around since the late 50s. So they finally decided to merge the whole company under one name, and we came up with FergusonHome.com, and the showrooms are all now under Ferguson Home. So it's just trying to bring everything together so our online shoppers and our in-person shoppers have the same confidence with dealing, whether it's our online associates or if they're in the showroom working with an associate.
That was so smart. I love the branding choices there. And what about Ferguson Home makes it unique and a good fit for customers that are looking for like a true partner for their next project?
Well, whether you're a do-it-yourself person or if you've got a contractor or you're working with a design firm, it's nice that you can come in and book an appointment, like for 2 hours with an associate, dedicated time, and you can go over lighting, plumbing, and appliances, and they'll run you the gamut, knowing what your budget is and trying to stay within those budgets or pushing a little bit if need be, and giving you background if you're not comfortable looking at a lighting plan or whatever. So we can help you in many different directions of putting the whole project together, start to finish.
That's amazing that you can schedule an appointment and then have like a dedicated person.
It's the best way. It puts people at ease and they're a lot more comfortable with purchasing and they're not feeling that 1-2 punch on purchasing.
No, absolutely. And I want to know more too about how Ferguson Home supports, the homeowner or anyone that they're working with to really start and build a project.
So if they're doing an appointment in the showroom, they can come in and we get them set up with an associate and we run through their project and find out what they need, or if they want to work on FergusonHome.com from their house, they can come into the showroom and all of our pricing is done with QR codes. We'll take them directly to the FergusonHome.com website and they can put it all into a cart, bring it in and run through that appointment with their associate going, here's some things we thought that would be really cool for our house. And the associate can say, okay, let's go with this, this, and this and narrow it down. And so that way they're at ease to come in, do their own shopping and yet come back for our proficiency and technical expertise on getting everything done. And then if they're doing appliances, we can go out and do a measurement and do install and delivery for them also.
One-stop shop. I'm loving this.
It's really
and
fun.
One of your vendors is GE's Monogram. What has been like your favorite tech appliance, or what can you tell me specifically too about this brand?
GE Monogram is a wonderful part of the GE appliance company, and they're higher end, and they have brass hoods and wonderful things. They have a 5-in-1 oven, which will do microwaving. It's hooked up to their GE HQ app, I think it's called, and you can do everything from your phone. Their oven, you can turn on the oven and set the timers with an app, and it's just beautiful product, and it's really well made.
It is. What other brands do you carry too?
We carry Thermador Bosch, which are great brands, Sub-Zero Wolf, GE Cafe, which is a really beautiful line, which comes in different colors. Gen Air, KitchenAid, just a plethora of different brands. And if it's not on the showroom floor, we probably have it at fergusonhome.com, and we can bring it in for you.
It's nice too to be able to talk to someone if you're worried about staying on budget, or you just want to actually talk to a specific person, right?
It is. So there's someone's always available. So if you're working on fergusonhome.com, they have dedicated associates that can go in and look at your account, and you have a little guy in the corner that can either type or you can actually call. Or if you're in the showroom, anyone can assist if your associate's busy. So there's always someone that has a proficiency that can take care of helping you with your project.
Definitely. I love that Ferguson isn't a big box store. It's a showroom. So talk about that white glove service too.
Well, we just like to start from the minute you walk in with our good old Ferguson bottled water or coffee, and just want you to be happy when you walk in and not feel like it's going to be a pensive situation. So, hey, how are you today? So I want to make sure we get a hello and goodbye when you leave so you feel comfortable. And I don't want you to leave feeling, oh, I didn't get anything out of this. So we try to get an associate you're a good fit with, and just make sure it's a comfortable situation. We will take care of all the helping you put the project together, what plumbing parts or under the counter or whatever, so you can come back with your contractor and run through the project and know that everything's going to have fruition and there won't be any problems.
You have been at Ferguson for a bit, so tell me about your journey and why you're still working there.
Oh, goodness. Ferguson has been a wonderful company to work for. I came to them many years ago on a whim and was hired, and I've just enjoyed 18 glorious years with them, and they've just much training, many different positions. I came to them in lighting and worked through plumbing, appliances, and many other positions, and have a wonderful crew that I manage here in the Seattle showroom.
Okay, where are your locations? How can people find you?
So in Washington, we have the Seattle showroom down here in Soto, next to you all, which is fantastic. Burlington up north, Bellevue on the east side, Tacoma, and we also have one in Spokane, which is one of our newest showrooms. So there's a lot of options for the state of Washington.
You're amazing. Thank you so much for being here today. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
And when New Day continues, I'm bringing the Christmas cookies for one last round of Hot Topics. We've apparently have a lot of feelings about this, so stay tuned for that and much more.
New Day Northwest is sponsored by Ferguson Home. New Day Northwest is sponsored by Puyallup Tribe of Indians.
It's a new day.
Welcome back. Here's a holiday event that is fun and does some good. In fact, it benefits the Salish Cancer Center. It's the third annual Giving Hope Gala put on by the Puyallup Tribe of Indians Saturday, December 13th at the Emerald Queen Casino Event Center in Tacoma. This fun and important night raises money to support patients of the Salish Cancer Center as well as their families and caregivers. Last year, the Giving Hope Gala raised $676,000, and this year the goal is $1 million. This black tie event raises the funds needed to ease the financial burden for so many. The Cancer Center is open to all cancer patients in the community. So make sure to save the date, December 13th. It's a very important night. And for ticket information, just go to the website that you see right there on your screen. And now, welcome back to another round of Hot Topics. I'm joined by Buddy the Elf, also known as Eric, and sweet and cynical Jovi. Tori, starring in Elf at the Fifth Avenue Theater, and then, of course, New Day producer Susie. You just love all things Christmas, so welcome back.
I'm here for the cookies.
Yes.
Yeah,
Me too.
I promised cookies, and you all are there, so I feel like that's what we're going to have to start with. You both have cookie feelings, I understand. Tell me more. Favorite favorites, non-favorites, what's happening?
I'm not much of a sweets person, actually. So when Christmas time comes around, I know. I'm very specific about what I like.
Okay.
And this one. But I do think I see red velvet on this plate, which I was not prepared for because red velvet cake is my favorite cake. It's one of the only sweets I actually do like, so I'm salivating right now.
I wish I didn't have a huge sweet tooth. That would save me so many calories every day.
No, it's
I
Grinch
need a
meals
sweet
for me.
treat after every single meal except for breakfast.
Yes,
Probably.
let's
But-
go. Never a bad time. Donuts for breakfast too.
True.
I mean, I'm gonna give a shout out to the brownie. The kind of people reach for, and this is almost like a fudge brownie.
Oh, yeah, you
I
know that's
love
gonna be decadent.
Dark chocolate. Give me semi-sweet. I think is the best chocolate chip to put in a cookie. And also any cookie that has like that salt on top, you know is like serving something real.
The Metropolitan cookie is my favorite.
The cookie?
The cookie.
The cookie.
That is the best thing that I think you could get.
There isn't a better cookie, I think, in the whole world.
Shout out to brown sugar.
completely agree.
Shout out to brown sugar.
And Met Market's red velvet cake too. Also is
good.
the best
Also
red velvet
slaps.
cake. And this cookie is amazing. And
Susie,
it's
do you have
soft.
faves?
I actually just during the holidays love when they coat the pretzels
and like the
white chocolate
peppermint
and
bark.
peppermint. But the ones I don't like are gingerbread.
I love gingerbread. I do. No.
You're by yourself. You're by yourself. Good for building houses. Good for the decorations. You build that, but don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
I like
It's
it.
cardboard to make houses.
Yeah.
Do you like molasses, like gingerbread? All of that, I
If I
enjoy
get,
that.
if I
As
get
long
like
as
some
it's a
soft.
I don't like a hard
molasses.
cookie.
You love gingerbread.
Okay, I just have to move on because I'm sad. We're going to move on to something that will work off all the cookies, okay?
Pretzel.
Ultra marathoners that ran the first annual Taco Bell 50K last week. Rules were simple. 32 miles of running with 9 stops at Taco Bell all
Absurd.
over the
This is
DC
my
area.
kind of
You had
exercise.
to purchase food at each location.
can't even imagine this.
And per the
Crazy.
rules, by the 4th Taco Bell stop, you had to have eaten a Chalupa Supreme or a Crunchwrap Supreme.
Easy.
And by the 8th
That's
stop, they
amazing.
must have downed a Burrito Supreme or Nachos
This guy
Bel
won,
Grande.
and so
That's
he's fire.
insane.
What?
Do you think you could do it?
No, 100% not.
I mean, 32 miles, that's a lot.
Yeah, by itself.
Maybe not. The Taco Bell part I could
Oh,
do.
absolutely.
I will say there's a group of us in Elf the Musical who love going to pho, which is
Okay.
not the most easy meal to like then go tap dance for 2.5 hours afterwards.
Yeah.
So we do
I
our
feel
own.
like pho's kind of healthy. Like
It's healthy, but there's a lot of salty broth.
But it's
You know what I mean?
fulfilling.
You drink
Okay.
it's fulfilling.
Yeah.
It's a very fulfilling
it's like
experience.
jostling around.
Jostling.
in
There's
your-
about 10 of us that are like,
And then we'll tap dancing our face off. So that's our version of the Taco Bell.
Well,
marathon.
then I think you should do Taco Bell
We're
next
prepped.
time.
Yeah.
Crunchwrap Supreme, that's the best thing on the menu. Don't
Mm-hmm.
come at me for that like you guys came at me for the gingerbread men.
Hey, shout out the double-decker taco.
oh, sure.
From back in the
okay.
day. Do you guys remember that?
No.
With the soft tortilla on the outside.
and the crunch,
crisp
yeah.
Hard
on the-
tortilla connected by some melted cheese. Double
Shout
decker.
out.
I
Shout
think
out.
that's still around. They just
Is it
call
still?
it something different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Double decker taco.
You need to clearly go back more, you
Yeah.
guys. I want to let you know that I'm very on trend because as we head into the new year, Pantone is out with its color of the year for 2026. It's called Cloud Dancer, aka
Right here.
Yes, me.
Is the cloud dancer.
You're a cloud
We're
dancer.
the clouds. So now you
I
can dance.
know. Yeah, I gotta just.
That's
so
surrounded
they're saying
by
this
red.
is
This is it.
surprising. Yeah, this is. I did not even know. I did not plan
Wow.
this. Okay. They say it's a whisper of tranquility and peace in a
That's
noisy
you.
world.
You are a whisperer of
I know. I should
tranquility
probably
and
be
peace.
quiet then. So I.
Someone is paid a lot of money to write that line right there. A
Maybe we should be
whisper of
quieter.
tranquility.
I would love to do that.
You had questions about the color of the year. You were like,
I
"Are
would-
people supposed to wear
Do you
this?"
put it on
like,
your face? I'm just gonna keep eating cookies.
Go
but
for it.
do you wear it? Yeah, like is it supposed to represent like this is your energy that you're coming into
it's
the
just
year
it's
with?
an idea.
Yeah.
It's a concept?
It's a concept.
Right. And every year they come up, like last year it was like mocha, like brown. It was like
Brown,
a mousse, which I think is almost like a neutral now. It is
Right,
a neutral.
yeah.
Everyone looks good.
They got
in.
more
And
neutral
I kind of
this
feel
year.
like
Yeah, way
the
more
same with like a
neutral.
bright
Yeah.
white. It looks good on everyone. Susie, I know you have a hot take.
I
Hit me
just
with
feel
it.
like it's an opportunity lost. I mean, why or missed? Why do you have to go? We all use Cloud Dancer, lovely on you, and we use it for all sorts of things. Our couches.
I do have white couch.
Our cookies.
Yeah, so why do they
This is
have
filled
to
with Cloud
tell us
Dancer.
to use Cloud Dancer? I just think that's
Yeah.
out
There's
of
so many
ideas.
colors to choose
I think they
from
just
in
wanted
this
to say
beautiful
exactly
world, too.
that line, like you said, a whisper of tranquility and peace in a noisy world. That's what they wanted
That's
to
a
do.
good
They just really wanted to use
Okay.
They wanted to use that.
I want to
line,
get to this last one, you
Okay.
got. Eye-popping news making headlines. More people are saying sock it to shoes. An article published by The Guardian writes, more offices are going footwear free.
Yes.
One CEO said, quote, wearing shoes makes me feel disconnected from the floor. The lack of feeling is profoundly destabilizing. I'd say the effect is so strong that I'm only 70% able to concentrate.
Already there.
The rest of me is just thinking this feels wrong. You guys have already taken off your shoes around me.
The answer is clear.
The answer is clear to you? No?
Yeah. Also represents Seattle Supersonics.
I know. Go Sonics.
Supersonic dunks. We will
never
not rest
forget.
until they return.
Yes, they're coming back. I feel good about it.
I don't know about grounding. I'm not sure.
I'm not
'Cause
sure.
Don't you have to hit the dirt for that?
You
need to be out in the
barefoot.
grass.
You can be barefoot in
Yeah.
the dirt. You're not bringing your barefoot dirt feet into work.
Well,
I would hope not.
You're with your shoes on the table.
You guys,
But I'm wearing socks.
Susie loves
I'm wearing
taking off
socks
her
just for
shoes.
anyone
Oh my
who's concerned.
I am not. I do love to take off my shoes.
You do at work.
At work. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
okay,
I
I
want to
get it.
know this because I will be really upset if your answer is yes. Do you take off your shoes on an airplane?
Yes, but wait. I bring a pair of clean socks.
Ooh.
I take off my shoes. I slip the socks on that are so clean, and then I keep them on the ground. I don't put them up on anything.
No, I don't put them up either.
Varsity.
I also put my coat. If I ever take my shoes off, the coat is over my feet, so no one has
Oh,
to
that's
see
a
my
great
feet.
idea too.
I have to admit, I just take my shoes off.
So like,
I'm not
if you haven't
surprised by
gotten a
that
pedicure
answer.
and stuff, you're just sitting there like tapping your little toes
Spoiler
together.
alert, I haven't had a pedicure.
Oh, I can't.
Oh, you can't?
I can't.
Just a nice pair of
You
socks.
can't be
I'm
there.
not
I'm with you.
sprinting through the airport. I haven't sweated out my shoes by the time I get on the plane.
Bring us
I
back
didn't-
and we'll do pedicures on the air.
I didn't play basketball through security.
We gotta go with that. Okay, this was fun. Go see Elf at the Fifth Avenue Theater through December 28th. It's a perfect way to celebrate the holiday season. Wear your shoes though. Thanks for spending time with us today. You can check our website for more of our content, and you can always send us an email to share your thoughts. Don't forget to enjoy your new day, and we'll see you next time with shoes.
With shoes.
With shoes.
Okay.